Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of June 3rd to the 9th. So your cards this week, Libra, energies leaving, completing or transitioning. We have the Six of Swords with a couple of clarifiers behind there. Focus energies, we have the Nine of Cups clarified with the Page of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles coming in towards the end of the week. So Libra, looks like in your very recent past you have been moving on from a situation. So at double number 6 energy here, I really feel that the situation pertains to something in terms of your stability or foundations. So that could be a relationship. It could be, even if you're not in a relationship, your home setting, home situation, needing to move house, maybe the rental property that you live in is being sold from underneath you and you need to move. It could be moving on from a job that no longer serves you or that you've had some issues in. And it could even be, issues to do with a, family member or a mentor or something like that. So let's just have a look behind here, because I did actually pull a couple of clarifiers for the Six of Swords. I was actually going to just sort of do the reading without it. Went for a couple of clarifiers, and I wasn't really expecting Justice and the Emperor to come out. So this tells me that the situation that you're moving on from was actually something fairly significant, something that needed to come to an end or have an adjustment or modification made to that situation to make it fair and equitable and to bring it back into balance. So with that Emperor energy there, possibly it's a situation with a mentor or boss in a work setting, or with an older colleague. Something may not have been fair there. Potentially you may not have felt like you were able to be in your seat of power. You could have been dealing with an Aries person with that Emperor energy. So either way, because this is definitely, this is you, this card here, Justice is the card of Libra. So I really feel like the situation was you in the past sort of coming head on with this person and, finally making a stand for a situation that wasn't serving you, picking up your sword of power and moving on. If it's a relationship situation, again, it could have been an Aries, may not have been, but if not, it's somebody with those characteristics of, liking to be in control, maybe slightly more dominant, might be an older partner, or somebody who just sort of takes that sense of authority and maturity with you. But it definitely wasn't serving you anymore. You've decided to do something to move on from that situation. With Justice here, there could even have been some legal proceedings, divorce papers, sorting out, property, rented or owned, that kind of thing. So yeah, something fairly significant, but I do see with that Six of Swords, you've either moved on from that situation or you're in the process of doing that now. And you can see here, you're moving on from a situation that was more tumultuous or, emotional turmoil, and into a much more calm setting. So with the Six of Swords too, it's about making a regretful rite of passage. So it means that, this hasn't been easy for you. There probably has been feelings of grief and sorrow because, you probably at some point you were happy in this situation, this job, this relationship, this partnership, and there's that sense of loss as you move on from it. And with the Six of Swords, the reminder is to try not to take the baggage or the reminders from the past or remnants of the situation with you. If you can leave that behind and carry on with an empty vessel instead, then your load's going to be so much lighter going into your new situation. So there you have it, Libra. A bit of a backstory there, a bit of a long one, but you do see that you've been moving on from something that no longer served you. And here in the focus of the week, much lighter energy, we see you contemplating, well, now that that thing's gone, that thing that no longer served me and, basically was making me feel out of power and at a loss, what do I now want that's going to fulfill me? What do I now want that's going to give me those 9 cups of emotional satisfaction, of contentment? What wish do I want to fulfill? And, with that clarified with the Page of Wands, the Page of Wands is all about, exploration and discovery and, free-spirited energy. So I think that now that you've moved on from the situation, hopefully with an empty boat, You are now able to have the space to think about, okay, what do I want for my life? And also coming back into your, your sort of sense of creative, kind of free-spirited energy. And, when we have those sort of energetic shifts that sort of happen automatically when you let go of baggage or move on, that's when other things can come in, especially Cups energy. So I really feel like you're contemplating what you want from for the future. You've had an energetic shift, and now you're creating that opening for things to come in for you, new situations. So beautiful switch up of energy in the middle of the week, guys. Okay, so towards the end of the week, we have the Six of Pentacles, and I drew a second card for that position, and I got the World. So this is definitely, the last fragments of this situation closing. This is where it all closes, and it has that sense of finality about it. So the Six of Pentacles, again, talks about, needing to re-establish the balance. I think in this situation, it could mean that you may need to give something back to the other party to bring it into balance, to make it fair and just, as in that Justice card. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you're the receiver and, that other party has to pay you a financial sum, return property to you, change that contract. Whatever it is, there's going to be some kind of exchange of material possessions or finances to bring the situation back into balance. And with that World energy here, guys, was a karmic lesson involved in that situation. So don't just think, oh, well, it was all for nothing and I put myself through that pain, now I have to move on. The World says that, what the Magician set out to manifest as the first card of the tarot deck has now completed in the World. So there's a karmic lesson to it. And as you finish that karmic lesson, you jump through the hoop of life into your next chapter. And that next chapter is looking to be one that is much more fulfilling for you. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week. Good luck with that transition. Great energy shift happening for you, creating the space to finally welcome in those wishes that you've been asking for some time. So just keep in mind, Libra, it's general reading. It won't resonate with every Libra out there, but it will for those who are going through a situation like this. And we'll see you for another reading next week.